Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Mitchell Hour React. It's been a lot going on. First, we're going to talk about Fresh and Fit. Now, if you're not familiar with Fresh and Fit, these are the people that they're part of the red pill community. They sell courses that don't know how to talk to females and tell them that you got to sleep with a whole bunch of women to find the one that you actually want to settle down with. They talk about don't let a woman trap you and, just a whole bunch of ignorant shit. They hate black women. The reason I'm bringing them up is they have been on the blogs lately for the last week or two because one of them got a Instagram model, OnlyFans star pregnant. So let's talk about that a little bit. So these are guys that go on there that like they have like all these girls that want to be with them, but found out that, you have representation of women on there that are sex workers. And it was exposed a couple of years ago that he actually saying, if you want to be on my show to get the exposure, you got to sleep with me. So he got a woman pregnant, and now everybody is trying to downplay her. Now, I get it. It's corny for her to record their conversations and stuff like that. But in my personal opinion, what's even cornier than that is you charging these men all these money for these courses, and you're doing exactly what these guys are paying you to tell them not to do. And now everybody's saying she's a liar, she's a scammer, she's a sex worker, all this other stuff. And trying to discredit her is kind of weird, right? Because the worse they make her look, it just makes this dude from Fresh and Fit look even more cornier, that you got suckered into running up in a sex worker, a liar, a scammer raw, and you getting her pregnant. And then he's even on his podcast with the other dude admitting it.
I will say this. I personally should not have nutted within a 304.
So trying to discredit her and call her all these names to saying these all she's things. And she, from the little bit of research that I've done, it seems like she is these things that they're saying. But that makes him look even worse. You got these guys that are paying you thousands of dollars to teach you how to be a high value man and how to avoid the exact women that you rock with. Moving on. Adam 22 versus Joe Budden. Man, one thing that I don't like about our culture is we are too inviting. Adam 22 came up in with no jumper. He had AD and a whole bunch of Los Angeles gang members on there. He got Sharp, the retired pimp. And he just jumped in headfirst to black culture. And now he's trying to push more like conservative things and just saying, trying to stray away from hip hop. He has Plug Talk, which is, the porn with his wife. He lets other men fuck his wife. And his wife lets him fuck other women. And it's just weird. But he's coming at Joe Budden because Joe Budden said, like, as far as hip hop platforms are concerned, 1, 2, and 3, not necessarily in this order, but is pretty much Charlemagne, Joe Budden, and DJ Academics. The white man that watched his wife get screwed, comes and says,
Joe Budden, you zesty perkhead motherfucker. Somebody sent me a clip of Joe Budden claiming that No Jumper is doing real bad in terms of our views and everything. So let's do the science. Joe Budden's channel has got 12 million views in the past month. No Jumper's main channel plus our clips channel has done about 26, 27 million views for the past month. So we are 2 times by far what you have going on. And on top of that, we kill it on Facebook. We kill it on Snapchat. We have 3 million followers on Instagram and we make a huge amount of money on there. Joe Budden, I don't want to hear shit. You're running a chop shop. You might have the whole hip hop media gassed into thinking that you're really killing it like that. But trust me, when you want to talk about who's really doing business out here, it's not you. There's a big 3 and you're not in it. It's me, Vlad, and that fat motherfucker you were sitting with.
hip hop as a culture and even the rappers have become so watered down and soft to where we letting this white man come into our culture, take our money, and then talk crazy about somebody that was, when he was rapping, say what you want about Joe Budden. He has his problems. But he is hip hop. He is the culture. To go from a retired rap to a like the number one urban podcast, hip hop podcast in the world is saying something. These people say that he's a retired rapper. He never had a career. But if that's the case, then why is your favorite rapper so concerned about his opinion about their music? So Joe Budden means a lot to the culture. So to have somebody like Adam 22 come in and disrespect him like that, you see, and I don't know, man, the internet got some niggas looking crazy. Like getting on the internet, getting on your phone and screaming into your phone saying that you're more hip hop and it's just making niggas look really silly. This just kind of proves my point about the this Diddy situation. Now, I don't understand how anybody can really take this shit serious. So there is a show, well, there was a show called Family Matters. And okay, there was a show called Family Matters, and there was Laura's dad, Carl Winslow. There is a person that is claiming that he went to one of Diddy's freak-offs, one of his sex parties, and said that he actually saw Diddy sleeping with Carl Winslow. That's not his name, but that's what everybody knows him as.
When Diddy, Carl Winslow, we was at the party, I hear just wearing out. I'm like, huh? Like hearing that, I'm like, on 6-0, who's wearing this bitch out? Right. Kicking the door. I seen Carl Winslow. Diddy came back and he was telling me, he was like, it's nothing more enjoyable than having a man do something for some money. So this is my thing about that, right? And I was having a conversation with somebody about this yesterday. So this is my thing. It just getting to a point where, now, I'm not caping for Diddy, right? He's a billionaire. He has a lot of money. And when you have a lot of money and that much power, you get into some strange, weird activities and you feel like you can do anything that you want to. So I'm not caping for Diddy. Do I know what happened? No, but some of these things got to be true. Let's just be honest, right? But it's just getting to a point now where this shit is just completely getting out of hand. Diddy sleeping with Meek. Diddy sleeping with Stevie J. TD Jakes is getting his back blown out. Like, this is getting kind of ridiculous where it's just getting to a point where Cassie opened up Pandora's box. She said some shit. Diddy paid her off. And now everybody's like, you know what? I'm going to say some stuff too. I want to get some money. And if I don't get money out of the situation, I'm going to make the most outrageous claims to bring attention to myself. And then I'm going to say, hey, I have a podcast releasing, or hey, I got a music video, or I'm going on tour. It's just getting ridiculous. And if you don't know who Carl Winslow is, look at your screen. That's who he is. I don't even want to talk about this shit. This is ridiculous.
You got TD Jakes being like, come on now. TD Jakes, Stevie J, Meek Mill. And that's the thing. And it just shows how this culture and the blogs and stuff like that. Some years ago, Meek Mill was the hardest thug in the music industry. Now all of a sudden he get his back blown out by Diddy, and y'all believe it because somebody said that shit? Like, come on now. So some of these things, y'all really gotta think. Y'all really gotta think. And it's just getting to a point where anything that people say on the internet is being believed, and it's getting kind of ridiculous. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been another episode of the Mitchell Hour Reacts. Until next time, I'm out.
Thank you for tuning